Welcome back to everyone on Football Zone and to a weekend reviewing all the Premier League games coming that have happened this weekend. And we're going to start off at the White Hart Lane Stadium, where West Ham was soundly defeated 4-1 by Tottenham. They did take an early lead through Kudos, but Kulusevski equalised, and in the second half it was all Tottenham really. Basuma, Areola, own goal, and Son all within the space of 8 minutes. Seen them win for Tottenham. And you'd say a thoroughly deserved win for Tottenham here. They were the better team. Really good start for Ange's team. Obviously after that collapse last time out, recovered well, but West Ham, questions need to be asked, as they do at Southampton, who threw away a 2-goal lead at home to Leicester. An unforgivable result really. They were 2-0 up after 64 minutes through Archer and Aribo, but Burnett in the 64th minute scored. Fraser then got sent off, and Vardy scored the resulting penalty. And in the 98th minute, it was Ayo who scored. An incredible turnaround for Leicester. And how huge could that be? Russell Martin now, I think serious questions probably need to be asked about his future, but for Leicester, an amazing turnaround. Moving on into Newcastle 0, Brighton 1 at St James's Park, and Danny Welbeck in the 35th minute gave Brighton the lead, I think Newcastle really pushed for an equaliser, but in the end they just couldn't quite find one, and Brighton held on. So a really, really great result for Brighton there. They'll be absolutely delighted with that. But Newcastle, I think, they'll be wondering how they can get at least something out of this game. That would be a really frustrating result for them. But Brighton, under Herzler, proving what a good team they are. Moving on into Manchester United 2, Brentford 1. And Manchester United fans will be fearing the worst when they went behind deep into first half stoppage time. I think 5 minutes in through Ethan Pinnock, and then Garnacho just after half time made it 1-1, and Højlund got the winner in the 62nd minute to make it 3-2, to make it 2-1. Sorry, United, I think they were thoroughly deserving of the win. Probably had more of the game. And were the deserving team in the end. Obviously had a bit of a scare, but Ten Hag maybe starting to turn the ship around, or maybe it's too early to say that, who knows. But moving on into Ipswich 0, Everton 2, and you feel like this could be a really important result for Everton. Ndiaye and Keane with the goals, Ipswich, for me, just didn't really turn up here, and that's obviously a concern because, Everton have had a tough start to the season. You feel like these are the sorts of games where Ipswich will be targeting a result if they want to be really in the race to stay up. So I think they will be disappointed with that. But for Everton, after a tough start to the season, they kind of look like they're turning it around now and picked up another big result here. Moving on into Fulham 1, Villa 3 at Craven Cottage, and it was Jimenez who gave Fulham the early lead. Rogers equalised before Fulham missed a penalty, and then Watkins made it 2-1. Fulham were then reduced to 10 men when Anderson was sent off, rightfully so. It was Diop of an own goal 20 minutes from time. Who kind of sealed the deal for Aston Villa, if you will. Big win there for Villa. They'll be really, really pleased with that. Big win for Villa. Like I say, Fulham, I think they'll be disappointed. There's just a whole host of things went wrong, but for Villa, they keep marching on. Bournemouth 2, Arsenal 0 was the score at the Vitality Stadium, and what a result for Bournemouth. Williams Lee on 30 minutes sent off. Obviously lots of debate about this. For me, probably the right call. And then Christie and Clive at maiden play later on in the second half. A huge win for Bournemouth, but for Arsenal, a massive blow for their title aspirations. And they're already playing catch up, so that's a really, really disappointing result for them. But for Bournemouth, a huge win, and I think also a statement win for Areola's team. Man City just about scraped past Wolves in a game, I think, which was probably much tighter than they thought it was going to be. Wolves took the lead in the 7th minute through Larson. Garvidal equalised in the 33rd minute. And then late on, 90 plus 5, some controversy. John Stones was the winner for Man City. And obviously, in terms of the game and how it went, it was probably a deserved one for Man City. But controversy at the end, Wolves will be gutted. Obviously, they've had such a tough start to the season. But I think they could definitely take a lot of positives from this performance. And look to build on it. But a hugely frustrating game nonetheless for Wolves. Moving on then to Liverpool 2, Chelsea 1 at Anfield. It was Salah who gave them the lead in the 29th minute before Nicholas Jackson on 48th minute equalised for Chelsea, and Curtis Jones 3 minutes after that gave Liverpool the lead again. And in the end, it's quite an even game. I'd say probably Liverpool just about edging the game and getting a win. I think it's probably the first huge win that Arne Slot's had as Liverpool manager. So obviously a big day for him. For Chelsea though, I think they can take some positives. They've definitely come a long way, competing with the likes of Liverpool really closely here, which is something we haven't seen from them in a while. Moving on then to Forest 1, Palace 0 at the City ground, and Chris Wood in the 65th minute gave Forest the lead. Poor piece of goalkeeping, and on the whole, quite an even game. Maybe Forest felt like they just shaded the game, but still frustrating given the start of the season they've had with Palace. They really need a result here. They'll be frustrated in that. But Forest, continue their really good start to the year. Coming up this week, we've also got the action in Europe returning, and yeah, from a Champions League point of view, no kind of games really stand out from an English perspective. We've got Arsenal taking on Shakhtar Donetsk at home. You'd expect a comfortable win for Arsenal as well. Villa obviously coming off that massive high of beating Bayern Munich. Have another home game, this time at home to Bologna, and yeah, you'd be expecting Villa that should be able to win that one. After that performance against Bayern, if they can put on a similar performance to that. Man City at home to Sparta Prague should be relatively straightforward. Probably the most interesting game comes RB Leipzig against Liverpool. Obviously, Klopp hasn't started at the Red Bull Group yet. But it still adds a little interesting dimension to that game, if you will. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. But I think Liverpool, if they're at their best, for me, probably will have enough to get through that game, probably unscathed. And then we also have some other games coming up in the Europa League. Fenerbahce against Manchester United. That's not going to be easy for Manchester United, but I think if they're at their best, they will be hoping to win that one. Similar kind of story for Tottenham at home to Alkmaar, probably a more winnable game, but Fenerbahce obviously will be pretty tough for them. So anyway guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily football news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.